Japan time will return.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a crusty off-week episode of the Japan Time Podcast. I am your host, Rogers Base. I am currently in Las Vegas. I am trying to get my speakers to work. I don't know why my microphone's not working. Tito is going to stand in for me. Please do not play music while I'm doing this intro. It is hard enough. Ricky, please turn that off. Joining me this week, I have, of course, Shofu. Hello, Shofu.
Was really good, man.
Apparently not my microphone. But thankfully, if I have any issues, we're going to have the replacement host stand in. What is going on, Tito? Welcome, Tito.
What's good? What's good? We in the building.
Someone else who's in the building, we have McDareth. What's going on, McDareth?
What's up, everyone? This is a very nice building I'm in. Very spacious.
Someone else who's in a spacious room right now is Coast. Hello, Coast. How are you?
Hey, Nintendo gamers. We gotta give a special shout out to our boy Fidel. Is a happy birthday boy over there.
My man,
Happy birthday to Fidel, who will not be joining us today. Happy birthday to Fidel. And, it's not his birthday, but we still love him nonetheless. We got Mike. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, it's nice to be here today.
Absolutely. Another person it's nice to see here today, even though he was blasting that music eroear. My fellow Red Line racer partner, we've got Ricky Cocaine. What's going on, Ricky?
Ricky Cocaine!
You sound a little ticked off, Roger, but keep going.
I promise I'm not. I'm just trying to get it where my microphone is working. I'm holding it up to right next to my head, trying to get this thing working with my Bluetooth headphones and making everything look all nice, just like Viram always looks whenever he's working, always in that nice spiffy suit. What's going on, Viram?
That's tough.
I'm chilling. Sorry, I was muted for a second, but I'm good. Life's good. Hope
Life
everyone's
is
having a lovely afternoon/evening.
And someone else who I'm sure is having a lovely evening playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last but not least, of course, we've got the one and only War Champ. What is going on, War Champ?
I'm actually playing Final Fantasy XVI today. Whoa.
Really? All right.
Ooh.
Well, that's a perfect segue because apparently one of the big topics of conversation this week, even though it's been a kind of a quiet week compared to the past few, is Final Fantasy XVI. Now, this will not be a full-on spoiler talk of Final Fantasy XVI. I have since beaten the game. A lot of other people have also beaten the game as well. I don't know who else in the call has beaten it, but we are all now further in the game. And so we're going to talk a little bit about Final Fantasy XVI. So who wants to take it off?
I started the game today.
I will. I beat the game as well. I beat it. Yeah, I beat the game early last week. Not to get into spoilers too much because I feel like a lot of the game actually kind of the first 3 hours of the game. We'll call it 5. First 3 to 5 hours of the game really tell you how the rest of the game is going to play mechanically. So it's one of those games where I feel like the funnest parts to play the game and the funnest time you have playing the game, you get to play for the shortest amount of time, because it's one of those games where mechanically you get stronger as you go, like in a lot of RPGs. So it's like a really back heavy kind of game. Still kind of never really solved my complaints that I had with it being hallway E and straight line and the zones are kind of barren. Never really solved that problem for me. I can get why a lot of people really like this game. But when we talk about this roundtable, I actually want to talk about the plot when we talk about the roundtable. I'm not gonna do it now, obviously. So you guys are good for those of you who are in the chat. But I'm just talking strictly on the mechanics. I mean, it's fine.
Here's what I'll ask as someone who hasn't played it because they are not buying a PS5 anytime soon, but they do want to play it. Is it a game of the year?
No. It's very good, and I really love a lot of things about it, but it is not even remotely at least for me personally, it's not even remotely close to Tears of the Kingdom. It's like not
Tears
even
of the Kingdom tops this.
I didn't play Tears of the Kingdom, and I still think it's not.
But that's not a slight against the game though, because I really do feel like it's got a good story, I feel like, for the most part, which I guess some people might disagree with, but I like the main character. I think Clive is great. I think the icon battles are still super cool. I think the soundtrack is really good, but I think for me personally, the action stuff, and this is coming from somebody who doesn't normally like action games, gets sick playing action games. We've talked about this before. I didn't get sick playing this one, but I do think it's slightly too easy. And that's even not using the rings and things like that. Even for myself, I was like, wow, this is easier than I was expecting.
It's very boiled down.
Yeah, I found myself in the game. I don't know about you, McDareth, or you, Roger, but like towards the literally the back half of the game, I was like, Roger, did you die? I literally didn't die the whole time.
I died once, the first time pretty early on in the game when I removed the ring of like slowing down time. Because I think I mentioned this on the last one. That was the only ring I was using. I was using that one in the auto combo one. Because I liked having like very early on where you didn't have a lot of other stuff to do the magic bursts. I had the auto combo on. And then I eventually removed both of those. And then I forgot what battle it was, but it was pretty early on. I died because I mistimed some of my dodges. But then after that, from where I was in the game, I never died again. Even against I got really close multiple times on stream against, there was like this dragon boss that's kind of near the ending. That's like one of the hunts. And I got really close on that fight, but otherwise, no, I didn't.
Yeah, I did the first two S hunts. I did them under leveled, so I died on both of those. But besides that, no.
I didn't even do the S hunts because I didn't want to be honest. But like, I never put the rings on, and I never once even thought I was gonna die, like not even once. And not because like, if you just do the things in order, like as a video gamer, if you just make sure you have potions on you at all times, like you shouldn't even be ever close, like unless you're literally not paying attention, which is the only time I hear anybody. Like, I never really heard anybody be like, man, that fight's hard and I died because it's difficult. Like, I never heard that. It's always, I fought this thing, it was 10 levels above me, or I wasn't paying attention. Like, I wanted, if for people who played in the game in the chat and beat it, did anybody die? Because I don't know anybody who died when it wasn't like those two scenarios. Like, this game should have had a higher level of difficulty from the very beginning. It would have been way better. And I think it kind of suffers because of it.
Yeah, because I really liked the dragon fight Roger talked about because I was under leveled and because it now feels more like an MMO boss where I need to dodge the stuff or he will just kill me. Like, I was 11 levels down when I fought that.
Quick question for you guys who've beaten the game.
Yeah.
Does this game, like FF7 Remake, have a post game, like a new game plus hard mode?
Yes, it does. Yes. Yeah.
Cool. That was my.
I will say one thing.
Go ahead.
One thing that I hope they stop doing, because Kingdom Hearts did the same thing, although Kingdom Hearts was DLC, but still stupid. So they announced this already when the game. Ultimate Weapon, you can only make that in the new game plus mode. And I hate it when the ultimate weapon is you have to beat the game and then play it again and then you get to use it. It's like, what's the point?
I'm also kind of in the same boat because I really enjoyed myself. I think it's like, for as down as it sounds like we are in this conversation, I still think it's like a solid 9, like 9.5, like really enjoyed it for me. But I feel like I don't want to play it again anytime soon.
I will never play this game again.
Not at all. And I think if I do, I'm skipping every side quest because I feel like a lot of the side quests in the first half of the game really didn't go a lot of places or repeated the same kind of story beats. But I will say for people who are down on the side quests overall and are saying to skip, to skip them, do not. Because I feel like the side quests in the latter half of the game are really, really good and give a lot of great exposition on like their father and some of the other characters that are involved and some of the other kingdoms. I like the active lore stuff. I actually think that's kind of cool. I like that it only gives me information on what the cutscene is that you're in. So then you're not like being spoiled on other parts of the game or needing to go through mindless things over and over again of like, this kingdom is this thing and this is their primary goal. Yeah, overall, again, I really enjoyed it. I just think it was slightly too easy. And I feel like a lot of the side quests in the first half of the game kind of didn't go anywhere. And I don't know, man. I know we've talked about this before too, but I feel like Final Fantasy VII Remake really did hit the sweet spot in terms of RPG mechanics and action mechanics for me. And I feel like this is a little too action heavy. And I'm just thirsting for Rebirth now. At this point, I want to play that.
I feel like if it had this combat, but you could still switch between characters like Remake, it would add such more depth. Because, like, I get what they wanted, where you're very focused on Clive, but because of that, like, whenever Jill's around, she's kind of just there. Like, Torgal, at least I can do, like, a knock. I can do a move that knocks him up and call Torgal to do a precision attack to get more damage. Right. So Torgal feels like he's a part of me. The other person who's ever there is just there. Like, I can't do anything with them.
My biggest problem with the entire game is that I feel like it literally does not matter if someone is with me or not. It literally has no bearing on my experience for positive. Like, it would be cooler. It'd be cooler if somebody, if I'm doing an escort thing, or somebody who's like not a real fighter or whatever was in my party and they were like a liability. Like that, I'd prefer that. Like, as opposed to literally, it doesn't really matter if you exist or not. Like, because you do nothing, and sometimes you do a thing and it does not help. Like it's just like that's my literal biggest problem with the whole thing. Whereas
there could have. Sorry, do you want to go?
No, go finish.
Okay. I was just gonna say, like, they didn't even need to do like a thing where you play as the other characters, because Kingdom Hearts has a really good party system.
Yes.
And you don't never get to control Dawn and Goofy.
I would have liked kind of like, and I think this harkens back to actually one of the games that people didn't really play, but I think is really high quality, which was Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy, you played the entire time as Star-Lord. I know, Coast, you played that too, right?
I've like got a decent way through and then I dropped it, but like me, Mike, and a bunch of people watched the third movie the other night, and damn, it makes me want to go back and play it. Because
the game is really good.
Really good.
The game is really good, and the exact thing that you guys are talking about Kingdom Hearts, about like you don't control any of the other Guardians, but they feel so vital to what you are doing. Like, you're playing Star-Lord the literal entire time, but you're not playing Star-Lord the entire time. You're playing Star-Lord plus assist, and which is like, I think is the best way to do that. I feel like everything else, go ahead.
I was gonna say, even to help, like, because I didn't think about Kingdom Hearts with Donald and Goofy. If they had HP bars, that would help a lot.
Yeah,
definitely.
Because right now it's like they can heal you when you have recoverable health. Besides that, they can't heal you besides what you could heal yourself. And then if they get hit, it doesn't matter.
Like, it's just, bro, I forget they're there. Legitimately, like, it doesn't, because there are sections of the game where you have people, and the sections of the games where you don't, and they feel exactly the same. So when there are sections of the game where you're by yourself, it doesn't have the impact that you would. Like, whereas in, for example, Guardians of the Galaxy, there's a really significant part of the game where Star-Lord, where like Peter's by himself, and you feel like you're by yourself because you're like, literally, most of my kid is gone. Like, not most of it, but like half my kid is gone. So what am I gonna do here? Like, and it was just like, it's this cool sequence of like you getting your party back and slowly but surely getting back to your full kit. And here it's just like, hey man, like, you have a dog and the dog's cool, but like everybody else can kind of kick rocks because they're not here. So, I didn't play Tears of the Kingdom, but this is not my game of the year. I think Hi-Fi Rush is a better game than this, actually.
Oh, Hi-Fi Rush bangs.
I think Hi-Fi Rush is
So
a better
I feel
game
like,
than this.
to be fair, that's also not even really a slight, because I feel like this year has been so good. Because even removing Hi-Fi Rush from the conversation and Tears of the Kingdom from it, we still had RE4 Remake, Diablo, Street Fighter. Like, there's so many good things that have already come out and good things still to come that I do feel like, I don't know. For me personally, it'll probably end up in my top 5. But I don't see any world in which it ends up beating out Tears, or even some maybe the other stuff that's coming out later this year.
Bro, I saw your Google Doc. Holy, you've been playing so many games, man.
Dude, this is less than I played last year too. My Google Doc this year, it's like I've been playing so much stuff, and even with that, I feel like I'm not getting to everything. You know.
Speaking of games we've all been playing, We've all been playing Street Fighter 6, isn't that right, Roger?
Yes, sir.
That is right. Wait, before we move on to that conversation though, because this one I'm going to have less to talk about. One of the things I want to mention with Final Fantasy 16 before we move out from it is I love the music, and I think Soken did a really good job.
He
but
slayed.
There are certain sequences though, such as there's a sequence on the boat towards the end of the game, and some of you have played this know what I'm talking about, or there's a certain icon battle towards the end where it is so clear that the orchestration is a MIDI and isn't an actual orchestra, and that is such a bummer considering how good some of these music tracks are. And I really do hope that they end up doing like a Distant Worlds thing for this or some type of full orchestrated soundtrack, because I think the music is so good and really deserves to be heard with like actual instruments as opposed to MIDI. Yeah. Anyway, please take it away. Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. So first DLC, as you guys can see by the thumbnail. Go ahead, Shofu, bro. Go ahead, bro.
It's time, bro. You know, Rashid on the way, man. That's the main
for you.
Now listen, man. You know, I've been playing JP. I've been playing DJ. I've been playing Honda. Yeah, I play Honda now. So
you sicken me.
Never touched
red
any
flag,
of
bro.
How is it
red
a red
flag,
bro? My character wasn't in the game, Coast. Once Rashid is
Yeah,
out, I'm not
give
playing.
us some time. Give us some time.
I'm
man.
not playing any of those characters ever again. As soon as I get Rashid, I'm not playing no fucking Honda. I only played Honda because I was pissed off losing Hondas.
Bet. Okay.
Yeah, but then you don't. But then, like we talked about earlier, you got pissed off the ways Hondas are playing Honda, and then you don't play Honda the way they pissed you off.
Because I just can't. I can't do.
Yes,
that.
I know. Yes,
can't
I
do
know. I understand. I know. I understand. There's no way. We were talking about this earlier. I kind of want to see what you guys think. We were talking about this in call. So the other news that came up with this as well is that Rashid, although releasing a week or so, maybe a week and a half before EVO, will be legal at EVO.
That's insane.
Oh, I missed that. I didn't know that.
Yes, will be playable at EVO because I mean it comes out the 24th. EVO starts on like the 4th and 5th ish, so it's a little under 2 weeks, 11 days. Thank you, chat. To me, and I want to see what you guys have to say about this, especially some of you guys who do work in dev. To me, this screams no balance patch. To me, this screams the character will just drop, and there will be no balancing to anybody else. The character will just drop, and then there will be a balance patch probably sometime in September. That sounds about right, maybe mid-September. But there's just no way to me I can think of that they would allow Rashid to be in the game and also it accompany a balance patch. I think.
Then, if I can ask a quick question then.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys remember this from last year, but there was that massive leak of internal Capcom documents that talked about stuff that was coming out over the next like 3-4 years, all the way up to like the next Resident Evil. It was like that it's going to be called Apocalypse, and that there was like 2 other versions of Street Fighter 6. Do you see that there's a scenario perhaps that maybe there are no balance patches at all? We get like second DLC, and then next year they do a new version of Street Fighter 6?
No, I think
they will still balance patch this game, even with that digital version.
Yes, I think literally what's going to happen, Roger, is I think their patch schedule will be drop a character with no patch, then do a balance patch.
Yeah.
Drop a character with no balance patch, drop a balance patch. I think literally I think that will be kind of their formula, because I honestly think it's correct, because what it allows you to do, it allows you to see what your character does in the current environment, and then you can balance everything, including the new character, at once and recalibrate for the next character. Like it's actually, I think, a pretty good, and I think also long term for longevity, I think it actually does.
They about to change everything, bro. They about to change everything. Luke's fireball's gonna knock up on hit now. Right, here's what's happening. Jamie's gonna carry drinks between rounds.
Oh my God. Hell no! I would stop playing. No. I would stop playing the game if that was the case.
Manon's gonna start with 2 medals. You feel me? What else?
She gonna get 2 per
Honda never has to give a charge.
Yeah, she's gonna do that.
All that's coming when Rashid drops. They changed the whole game, man. All your 10 days in advance.
And they're making Ken's buttons better.
All that shit you was labbing, irrelevant.
You better get the fuck out that lab. You better get the fuck out that lab and get them points while you can, boy.
It is worth noting in terms of the legality of RASHID at EVO, this is actually a very normal thing when it comes to Capcom Pro Tour events. The Capcom Pro Tour rules state that any downloadable character can be included in a tournament, provided that they've been released for a week.
Yeah,
and that's how it's been for CPT.
Wow,
that's crazy.
They don't give a fuck, bro. They do not care about you.
They trying to see.
They
that
said,
$1
"We trying to get that money.
She
We trying to get that money."
Guaranteed.
No, I will.
It's
I'm gonna make a prediction here. I don't think there is a Rashid in top 8. I think a Rashid.
I don't know, man.
His
trailer, he was doing some crazy stuff in there, man.
If he's good, and the players that play him traditionally, I mean, obviously he's only from the last game, but
yeah,
a lot of the
I
best
mean,
players
but there
in
was
the world
some
made
really
Rashid.
dedicated,
Tito, listen, Mena RD might just pull up with a Rashid and win.
I'm
You
just
never
saying,
know.
I'm just saying. Bro.
I know. Would it surprise me if Rashid was in top 8? Absolutely not. Right? That character looks crazy. Character has 2 jumps for some reason. Like that doesn't surprise me. However, I think at high levels of play, characters are more prone to go with what they know and their matchups that they know. I think
it all depends on how busted Rashid is.
Yes, I think that also matters.
If he busted, then Big Bird pulling up with Rashid guaranteed.
Yeah. If he's like stupid, dummy, crazy broken, then like it's up. Yeah.
But we won't know until top 8 because if
right.
anybody has any common sense, they're gonna hide the chat.
No, you're gonna know.
No, that's not. That's
We're
not
in
what
an-
you do with that.
There's no hiding the tech
very
anymore. Man.
regularly
Everybody knows everything 2 days after some shit dropped, bro.
Yeah.
Not even, bro. Like the same day, you would get some shit dropped.
Now, 20 years ago, when they was doing fighting game tournaments and players were flying from Japan with some never before seen tech that you can't even see again unless that nigga's at the tournament. That's a whole different situation.
Because that nigga don't stream. He go to his friend's house and lab. Like he's just in the basement.
Real.
I think just based off everything that we've seen, I think probably this is gonna be a weird thing, but like I just love this game so much. I've been watching so much, and even though I'm bad at actually playing it right now, I think like this game is so fun to play.
No, you're not bad. No. What rank are what rank's your main?
Plat 1. I'm bad.
You're that's better than average. That's statistically better than the average player.
No. That's bad.
That's modern fighting games. If you're not one of the best in the game, you are bad.
It's literally horrendous. But I think that it would not surprise me if like the top 8 spread of EVO is like something stupid like I think it's like 1 Ken, like 3 Lukes.
No. I'm seeing a lot of Guiles in top 8.
There's gonna be one Guile. There's gonna be one.
No. Guile has been consistently getting multiple placements in top 8s for the tournament so far.
There's gonna be one stupid nice Guile. Watch. It's gonna be because that's how it works. Right?
Baby.
If you look at a lot of tournaments, like if you look at like characters that we know are broken, Like look at CEO. How many Kens were there in the top 8? We know Ken's good.
There was fucking 18 juries in top 24.
But that's what I'm saying.
Jury's also really fucking good, man.
No, I'm just
Kens
saying.
can make top 8 at other tournaments.
What's that?
Kens can make top 8 at other tournaments just because of the way that the game is designed. Like,
yes.
Imagine Red Bull Kumite, for instance, that we just had. Imagine if Angry Bird and Big Bird didn't play round 1.
Yeah, Angry Bird is.
If they didn't play round 1, Angry Bird was making grands.
Yeah, I agree.
That's really crazy.
Although, that is crazy. As an additional thing with regards to EVO, registration is now closed for EVO. I believe they haven't said all of the numbers yet, but a few days ago they did give us the
best news.
Well, not current, but the leaderboard for
best news.
EVO registration. SF6 obviously at the top, breaking records. Strive is second, and it managed to clear the numbers of last year's EVO, which is crazy because Strive already had like about 2,500 entrants at last year's EVO, and it managed to clear those numbers.
Now, and the last one,
second, 7. Fourth, Ultimate Marvel 3, which has also cleared its all-time franchise record of entrants.
Let's go!
Which is absolutely incredible. Marvel's still alive, baby.
You know what the best news is?
What's the best news, Coach?
The best news is that we were probably going to get to it, but Mortal Kombat's at the bottom. We do not want to watch that shit, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Yep, King of Fighters in 6th. Melty Blood type Lumina in 7th, which also managed to break its all-time franchise record, which just goes to show the fact that the 7th game on him is still clearing probably like 1,000 entrants is a testament to how ridiculous this tournament is going to be. And then MK11 Ultimate at the bottom.
Here's the thing, right? And I think we've all talked about this. We all know about this. And me saying this isn't a crazy revelation, but we are really probably going to get the 2 greatest fighting game tournament events of all time.
100%.
Back to back. EVO 2023 and EVO 2024 are about to be the best fighting game events of all time back to back. It's really about to be crazy.
I think this year's EVO is going to be one of the best spectating fighting game events you could watch ever.
Like, it's really about to be crazy. And Japan gonna win? Crazy.
I don't know about all that.
Also, with Street Fighter breaking the record, because people might not know, the past record was like 5,000 at the launch of Street Fighter 5. So it is over 5,000 entrants.
Wow.
No, it has to. I would not be surprised if it hit 7.
This is going to be one of the sickest EVOs to spectate of all time, and one of the worst to play in.
Correct.
To play in.
Yeah, that too.
I have to win.
My heart goes out to all the volunteers that are going to be working and running those pools.
Whoa. They're judges. They're judges.
Yeah, you better. If you want to EVO, you better be nice to them. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy to make top 128 at EVO? You have to win CEO. Isn't that crazy?
For real.
Like, that's really crazy. You got to win your monthly to get out of pools. Like, that's really nuts.
Getting 7th in Street Fighter 6 this year is going to be the most painful thing.
Yeah.
Because
that person's going to quit the game.
For those of you who don't remember, they announced that finals days could be top 6 rather than top 8 this year. So
yeah,
you're walking home with nothing for 7th place.
That sucks.
After being 25 people.
No, it doesn't suck. Get better, bro. How does that suck? Get better, man.
Yeah. This is true punishment, like juiced for the max. Like, this is really which is crazy because I don't think, and as cool as top 8's gonna be, I really want to see like to get into top 8. Like, I want to the match when they're playing for 9th. I want to see that. It's gonna be on Saturday night. Gonna be 2 people playing for winner gets 7th, or winner gets top 6, loser gets 7th.
That'll be some shit like Tokido and Punk playing for 7th, bro.
Crazy. It'd be like item Knuckle Dew overslept, and so he lost round 1 pools, and so he's having to
Bro, that would be the greatest story of all time.
Like, Jesus Christ. It's gonna be so sick. Now
the real question is, for all of y'all that are going to EVO, how are y'all placing?
I'm not going.
Y'all better.
I'm not. I wouldn't be playing in the slightest, even if I was going.
If I was going,
I would crazy in the EVO pool, bro. I might fuck around and get top 16, man. You know.
That's me. That's me throwing away money if I was going to join any of those.
No. That's capture. Not about you playing. You're not headbutting enough.
Honestly, I'm just trying not to go to. I'm just trying to not go O2.
That's all you can do.
That's fair.
That's all you can do.
But it was crazy. Once I have more time with the game, I will set my goalposts higher, obviously. But I still do not feel at all confident with how I play.
What's crazy about EVO as well is you can be decently good at the game still, right? But with the amount of players going, they don't know. You can't seed that tournament perfectly, so you can still play really well, and you just get fucked by unlucky seeding.
Most people who compete at EVO will go O2. By the way,
they only see the top 32, right?
It's like
more than that.
They'll probably say they'll probably see the top 100 players.
Either way, that's a gigantic majority. That's not getting seeded. You're gonna play somebody good early, probably. Potentially.
100%, yeah. You might get IDOM first round, bro. You never know.
On the flip side, you might get lucky. You might get a pool with plenty
5
of
DQs.
5 DQs, or just players who are actually just not good at all, because that's the thing with an EVO this big. There are going to be plenty of players that are entering events just because they want to enter the event.
Yes.
I think that's probably going to be a little less true for SF6, but it's definitely going to be true for some of the smaller games. Marvel is going to have so many entrants,
so many DQ,
where
so many
people have just entered to make the number bigger because
which is sweet. which is
Yeah.
sweet. But isn't that like the appeal of EVO, Virum? Don't you think? Like,
yes.
like for me, like when in 2019 when I played and I played Soul Calibur, I lost in pools to the guy who got second.
Damn,
that's pretty awesome.
Like,
Yeah, that happened to me in a game that I should not name.
Okay.
Oh, Pokken.
Yeah, that one.
Like I was like, yeah, man. But that's the thing. That's for everything that's like EVO is a journey. Like that's the best part about EVO if you're a competitor is like you get to play. You sit down and everybody plays, and that's the thing that like is the appeal of it and why it's like it is what it is. That's the benefits.
Yeah. This is the reason why none of you are winning $1 million because you all sound like losers. Unfortunately, when I get there.
Okay, no, back it up over there.
You have to actually own a video game
reckless,
system
but you don't play these games. Chill out over
You
there.
literally have to own a video game
all
system.
took this bait. You guys all took this bait. How did you all
Nah,
take
because
that
he
bait?
always
That
does
bait's
this.
crazy.
I can't let him get away with
No,
it.
yes, you can. He's literal
No, I
bait,
can't.
Dareth.
He
Let's
always
ignore
does.
him.
Forget it.
Nah,
I'll buy you the
nah,
game right now, bro. What's up?
Like I'll really just watch all of you, but like we're not gonna.
No,
I'm
I'll
not
buy you
gonna
the game right
take-
now, bro. Go ahead, get on the game, bro.
I got a spare arcade
What's your
stick, bro. I'll
Steam,
send
man?
it to you, bro.
Yeah, get on the game,
Just
bro. What's
give,
your Steam?
wait, hold on. Give me a second. Just give me a second. I'm not going to show my tech so you know my tech when I'm trying to win $1 million. It's about you're not a businessman. If you're a businessman, you would know I'm till Evo. What are you talking about? Let's calm down for a second. That's all.
No, Ricky. If you were a true businessman, you wouldn't be waiting till Evo. You would be waiting until Capcom Cup.
Fact.
$1 million is actually at.
No, he only gonna show half the tech at Evo. He got the rest for Capcom Cup, bro. He give him the light work shit at Evo. At Capcom Cup,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I can't show them everything. Being the top
Hey, watch out, my boy Men about to come through. But like,
okay.
But let's talk about some things that I think we're all expecting because I don't think we're gonna meet before Evo again. Evo is also the fighting game E3. It is also the place where all the announcements are gonna be there. I would
crazy.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just try something that you expect and then the wildest shit you can think of.
Awesome. How are we doing this? Discord order?
Yeah, we'll do Discord order. I'll go first. Number one, Barnabas Hater. I expect, honestly, because they've shown so much of Tekken 8. They've shown so much of Mortal Kombat. If that wasn't already there, I was already there. I honestly expect us to see another character reveal for Project L. I think we're I don't know if we're gonna see gameplay or not, but I think we know.
Good motherfucking gameplay, man.
I hope so, but I think we find out who at least one other character is because right now it's Alawi, Darius, Ari, Echo, and Jinx. I think if I'm actually gonna go this crazy, like I think it's Vi.
I was literally just gonna say I think it's gonna be Vi because of the TV show.
Yeah, I think it's Vi, and I think it's Jace. I think they do both. And I think obviously within there, they make a new stage and everything like that. So, and then for some wild shit, I'm gonna say it every year, man. This is the year, man. At the largest tournament in its history, I think it's a new Marvel. I think it's a new Marvel. That's my wild.
I can get
boy.
I think it's. I said it was wild.
He's just talking. Let him finish.
They have to. This is their only chance.
This is literally if not here, then we're never getting it.
They have infinite chances. This is not their only chance.
Yes, it is.
That was a bar. You know they got infinite chances. They not even listening, bro.
I appreciate it.
People me though. Okay.
Listening.
Okay.
All right, McDareth, go ahead. Don't say it, by the way, but go ahead.
I mean, you don't have to say it. But first, I think the obvious one is going to be, first off, so I think we're going to get the Tekken guest character. It's the perfect chance to show it off. I don't know who. Because I feel like another Street Fighter character would be funny, but people would be upset. But I don't know who they're going to pick for that. But I think we get the guest character in Tekken and Pokken too.
Okay,
That's
first of all, you know Pokken 2 is never getting shown at fucking EVO. It's gonna be
I know.
It's gonna be shown on a Pokemon stream.
But what else? What else do you want me to say, bro? What else did you want me to say, man?
Literally,
come on.
You don't have to lie, brother.
You said wild. Go for the fences.
That's not
There's the
wild.
answer.
That's impossible.
No, that's not wild.
bro.
All right, Coast. What you looking for
Range.
this event,
That's what
Coast?
it is.
My turn? Am I going?
Yeah.
All right. Playing it safe. I think we see some like generic trailers from every game. Like we see some generic shit from Strive with the new character. We see more Tekken shit we probably already see. More Mortal Kombat shit. Just shit we don't care about. Like they'll set us up for success and then we just get let down after the video ends, right? Out of the ballpark, you know, aliens have the death beam pointed at us. New Power Stone.
Oh my god, talk that talk. Even though that's probably cap too, but man, boy, that'd be crazy.
That's cap.
That would be fucking crazy.
That was crazy. That's crazy.
Great,
I wish
great
I could
answer,
change
though.
mine.
Great answer, bro. Great answer.
That was a good answer. I wish I could change
Good
mine.
answer. Good answer.
Good answer.
Mike.
Okay.
So is this predictions or desires?
No. So the first one is what you expect to see. The second is if you could wish it into existence within the realm of possibility. So basically, just don't. McDareth was too far.
That's very reasonable. That is way more reasonable.
That's never
than
getting
Power
shown at
Stone
you,
too.
bro. It's gonna be a
Which is
Pokemon.
sad because I love Power Stone, but it's very reasonable.
You know it's not reasonable.
It is.
Theirs will be more reasonable than what I'm gonna say.
Right.
Okay, let's find out.
Mike, yeah.
Okay, for prediction, I do think Marvel 4 is a big possibility. I guess the prediction would be Spider-Man in it. Hopefully they don't skimp out on Spider-Man this time.
Marvel 5.
Yeah, it would be Marvel.
Oh yeah, right. Marvel 5.
No, we ignore
Marvel,
Infinite.
well, Spider-Man's been in all of them.
Yeah, he's been.
Was Spider-Man Infinite?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the X-Men that weren't in Infinite.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, X-Men.
No, they're not making a Marvel game without. They're not making a Marvel game without Spider-Man. Yeah, they're not
But
making Marvel.
Magneto's just a function.
What about Miles Morales Spider-Man?
That's literally one of my
get 'em all
predictions.
in
I was
there.
going to say that I think the primary Spider-Man of a new Marvel game would be Miles Morales.
I think you get both.
Yeah, I think they either do
I
both
don't
or
think
give
you get both.
No, you
I
definitely
think
get
you just get
You-
Miles.
You could get both.
Definitely get both.
They're
Marvel
definitely
3
putting. They would
Marvel
sooner
3
put in Peter and put a Miles costume than not have Peter.
Nah. Marvel 3 had both Wolverine and X-23. I think you can
Yes.
squeeze in both Peter and Miles.
Yes, and especially since functionally they were completely different, and they would have completely different kits.
Yeah.
But Mike, was that it, or you? Have
Yeah, and for my wish, there is no way this would happen unless it's like an announcement of an announcement.
Okay.
But ARMS 2.
Oh my god. Mike, why, bro?
All
Come
right,
on,
man.
Because is it really Evo if it doesn't have arms?
That's not true at all. Who lied? Who fucking lied to you?
Is it really a gun range? You don't get arms?
I can't believe it, but someone said something more insane than Pokken 2. That's wild.
That was more. That was actually more insane.
Yeah, that was actually. I didn't believe Mike, but he was right. I was actually.
I hope if they do art. I said do. I hope if they do arms too. I hope they really make it more spectator friendly. I played that game; it was fun, but it was like so like one dimensional. Like watching.
I hope they make it a real game as well.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like,
Hopefully.
I hope they put some gameplay in that shit.
I appreciate you doing the arms prediction, though. I feel bad now because half of mine are getting all used up.
Well, Ricky's about to say some bullshit to you. So.
All right, let's hear it.
I'm not about to say, you guys can't just be expecting that out of me. I'm thinking, if we're talking about safe announcements, safe bets, obviously probably more footage about Tekken 8. Fighters is there, right? So then we probably are going to get more of that Tenkaichi stuff. We might get that. DBZ related. And then
I'm out of that, actually.
If I could ask for anything,
Yeah, go ahead, ask for a game you're not gonna play.
Maybe a new custom robo.
True.
Maybe a new custom robo. That's it.
At
That's all right.
Evo? At Evo.
At Evo?
You're asking for custom robo at Evo.
At Evo?
You asked for
What else am I
Pokken
gonna
at
ask
Evo.
for?
Poken's a fighting game, bro. What do you mean?
It's a Pokemon game too. It's a Pokemon game.
But that's still.
But it's a fighting game.
It's a Pokemon game, bro. They're showing that on the Pokemon channel, bro.
Okay, but listen. More people will be excited about seeing custom robot than Pokken 2.
That's true.
Whoa, that's cap, bro. What are you talking
it's
about?
It's still Pokemon, bro.
Right,
you drop a Pokken trailer with some cool cutscenes. No, people be sick.
No. Like maybe the percentage of fans.
Because you're delusional.
Did I stutter?
The problem
I
here?
didn't stutter.
No, you're bugging.
No, that would be like me being like, yo, I can't wait for EVO for them to drop the next Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. Oh, what the fuck? It's gonna be crazy.
Hey, man. Hey. Sora could be in Tekken, bro. You never know.
Oh my God.
Sora in Tekken.
You ain't never funny, Tito, but that was funny as hell.
Sora about to be in fucking Soul Calibur.
So you're saying Sora, Tekken, all this stuff, but actually one of my predictions, I think we are going to get a Square character in Tekken, and I think it's going to be
Tifa.
Tifa?
I think
that makes sense.
I do.
Yeah,
I think
Tifa
if
doesn't
you're
make
looking
sense.
Honestly, like
at how
Tifa's a
Square-
better fit. I think
if
she's a better fit in Tekken than Noctis was.
I agree. And I think if you look at what they've been doing over the course of the remake Final Fantasy VII sort of lifespan, people said I was crazy when Sephiroth got added to Smash Ultimate. What ended up happening? Sephiroth got added to Smash Ultimate. I think it's the same situation. I think they're going to want something to promote the upcoming Rebirth. I think Tifa is coming to Tekken. Again, I think Tifa makes a lot more sense than Noctis did. I think that's a big character and not make waves. And again, I think it's sort of like this mainstream cross-release thing that would get a lot of people excited. That's one. Two, if we do get a new Marvel, I was going to already bring this up earlier. I'm glad somebody did. I think Miles is the face of Spider-Man in whatever that new Marvel game is going to be. I hope and pray that it has a really cool art style. I do not want that horrifically ugly art style of the last Marvel game. Of the last two, honestly, I like Marvel 3s, but I really want something like hand-drawn versions of Marvel 2. I think Marvel 2 has such a cool, timeless look to it. I would love to see something similar to that, either really good sprite work or hand-drawn stuff for a new Marvel game. I don't necessarily think it's going to happen. I will make another prediction here, which I don't think is too crazy, and I'm sorry to people wanting Pokken or ARMS or Custom Robo even. My prediction is that there's not going to be a single lick of anything Nintendo at this whatsoever. There's not going to be a single Nintendo-related announcement.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think after what happened with Smash last year, I don't see it happening. I don't think there's going to be any Nintendo-related announcements, barring anything that's going to be multi-platform that's going to be present at the event. I'm actually in agreement with Ricky. I think we are going to see Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4 stuff. I feel like that game is in development. They want to show it off. In terms of a wild, out there kind of game announcement prediction I think could happen here, I actually am right there with Coast. I would love Power Stone or a Power Stone collection. Considering Power Stone was one of those names that was on that leaked Capcom thing, so I could see it happening.
I forgot it was there.
I think it's not a zero chance that Persona 5 Arena happens, considering how much people love Persona 5 and they've been pushing Persona 5. I think P5 Arena is definitely something in the realm of possibility. Whether or not they announce it here with all the other Persona stuff that's coming out, where we know the Persona 3 remake is happening, P5 Tactica, I don't know. But I think there is a chance of P5 Arena. And moving on from that, I don't know, like, what else? You know what I honestly want? You know what my dream prediction is? This is what my dream is. I just want them to put some respect on Crimson Viper's name. Why is she not anywhere?
I need her in I need her in 6, bro.
She is obviously not going to be coming up anytime soon. We know the characters that are coming up. But please, God almighty, why has she not been present since 4? It makes no sense. She's important to the story. She gets referenced constantly. I like her playstyle. I like her design. It pains my soul that she's been absent. Please, something Crimson Viper. She would be absolutely sick in Street Fighter 6's art style. She would look so cool. I just think she'd be a perfect fit for it. Something Crimson Viper, please.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think she's in Pack 2 either.
Right now, Regis,
I don't think she's in Pack 2 either. Like,
I
don't think she's going to be there either, but that's my dream.
She's very popular. They even put her in Marvel. It's very weird that of all the characters from Street Fighter 4,
in Marvel, exactly.
Like, only Jury, until they brought back Seth, only Jury has showed up in anything else.
And then of course, because I have to do it. For Marvel, they end up announcing some characters. If they do show a giant roster, I want Cammy. Just put Cammy in there. I'm good.
So she can be bad?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
care. Do you think I'm somebody playing because I think I'm good at fighting games? Absolutely not. I'm playing casually.
No.
Listen, man. No. Listen.
I'm not looking for
Listen.
good.
Listen.
You know what? Let's go one step further.
I don't like
Let's
listen
go one
here.
step
like
further.
her bad. I
Let's
don't like
get crazy. All right, let's
I
get
dropped
crazier.
I dropped
Let's get crazier.
Ganon
I'm
and
going one
Melee
step
to
further.
play Sheik, the white blonde woman. I dropped Lily in Street Fighter 6 to play Cammy, the white blonde woman. Listen, there is Hey, Roger, you good?
Thank you. And I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to go one step further even. All right? Forget trombone. Forget any of that stuff. All right? Bring back Servbot. I want Servbot. I want my team of three to be Miles Morales, Servbot, and Cammy. If I can't do that, don't even make a new Marvel game.
That sounds like the worst team possible, bro.
Literally, you're bugging.
I just know after Infinite, Monster Hunter has a chance of coming back. Finally. I've waited so long.
Shofu?
I mean, I hope to see some Project L stuff. That's what I've really been. You know, that game is so scarce. We never see anything about that shit.
I know what character you want.
Draven?
No, you want that Misfortune, bro. I know about
Draven,
you.
bro. Fuck Misfortune.
That's tough.
Draven is my number one choice for that game just because he seems to make more sense in my mind than Misfortune does in a fighting game. What I want to see? I want to see Bandai announce an anime fighting game that is not an arena fight. That's what I want to see.
Yes, please.
Whatever it may be.
One Piece Fighters for the anniversary for One Piece.
You got your Fighters update right over there, bro.
Please, One Piece Fighters, please.
What is more likely, the One Piece fighter or the My Hero?
I'll take either one. Honestly, I'll take either one.
I'll take either one too, but what is more likely?
I think One Piece is more likely considering One Piece is wrapping up now, so I feel like One Piece.
I'll take either one, bro.
Yeah, I think
another game needs that treatment for sure.
I guess My Hero is wrapping up too. I guess I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're right.
You're right. Both wrapping up, yeah.
They are. You're right.
Virum?
Okay, so obviously on the topic, obviously there's the stuff of like, you know, the general sort of reveals that everyone expects. I'll obviously include a Grand Blue character reveal because of course I would. Since the Rising beta is going to be at EVO, there's going to be a booth in a tournament for that. On top of that, as something that is, I think, pretty feasible, that was kind of teased and announced last year, I think we get a little bit of a look at the new Garou game.
Yeah.
Since that was announced last EVO, SNK dropped quite a lot of news last EVO. But then, I guess the thing which is also still kind of in the realm of possibility-ish, they announced the rollback update for Dragon Ball FighterZ, obviously, last EVO, and we've heard very, very little about it since then. What if they are working on a sequel to Dragon Ball FighterZ that is like this rollback update, essentially? So very similar to what they're doing with Grand Blue Rising, where they're making like a Super Dragon Ball FighterZ or something like that. And that is the one that's going to have rollback.
Don't get my hopes up.
That would be amazing.
I think people would be extremely mad. I think if they do that, people are going to be extremely angry unless they're also putting rollback into the original Dragon Ball FighterZ, because they've been saying that rollback is coming to Dragon Ball FighterZ for like multiple community updates at this point, and to then turn around and be like, actually, we're making a new game, you're going to have to pay full price for it to get rollback. People are going to lose it. If they did it for both, great. If they do like here's Dragon Ball FighterZ with rollback, also here's Dragon Ball FighterZ Rising, also with rollback, also with like new roster, new DLC, blah blah blah, that'd be sick. But
yeah, but if you're doing it for the new game, why bother doing it for the old game?
That's what I mean. And after they've announced that like they're doing rollback for fighters, to then turn around and say, nope, actually you got to buy a new full price game to get rollback for this game, it's not. That ain't gonna work.
Even if they're pissed, they're still gonna buy it. They're still gonna pay for it. So
it would be a PR disaster.
I mean, I don't think they give a fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It'd be a
that's what I'm.
Really, like, I don't think they give a fuck. Like,
Marvel Infinite died off a PR
disaster. That's a good advertisement
Marvel Infinite died because of the roster and the game itself. I don't think
the game itself was fine. The gameplay
Yeah,
was
the
fine.
Infinite sold. People just didn't care. The game did not like just flop. It still sold.
No, I know.
People
I
just
played.
didn't care.
No, I played it. It's just because the game was missing a lot of the things that people wanted out of Marvel. Like a lot of it. Game had it. Not that it wasn't a good game, but it clearly had issues. Not the X-Men not being in that game was a huge issue.
Yes.
So I don't. And plus, I mean, Dragon Ball is going to play Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but it's the
That's
difference
kinda
between
what I'm
play
saying.
Dragon Ball and where Fighters is right now. Because like the Tenkaichis and all that shit never got to there. But they have goodwill with their community and people trust Fighters. And I think like if you do something to spite the community, it can just bite you back in like today's day and age. Yeah, a lot of times it won't. The game will still sell, but like you still, if you want it to be competitive, you need a community that wants to play it.
You're crazy if you think.
I think
You're crazy if you think that Tenkaichi 4 is coming out and every single one of those characters are not DLC. You're absolutely out of your mind. That like
who cares about DLC characters in a game where they all the same? They all gonna be the fucking same character.
Yeah, I don't care.
It was just that he mentioned goodwill, and I'm saying like I don't think that's going to be considered, especially in this day and age. So like, regardless, I personally don't have a problem with Fighters Rising, even if they don't do the rollback for
Fighters Rising.
Whatchamacallit, for the first for the first one. I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue because I think people are still going to buy into it because it's DBZ.
Well, as long as there's value, right? Like if you do that plus you add stages and characters, like if it's a whole new game, like it's all about value, right? So if it's literally the same
if it feels
game,
like a whole new thing, they're gonna mess with it. People are gonna
if
mess
it's
with
like Dragon Ball Fighter Super, then then I think as a because like Grand Blue Rising is a brand new game basically.
Oh yeah, it's not even basically, it's a new game.
That's what I'm saying. So if Fighters does the same thing, I don't think there's that big of an issue.
I actually have a quick question. When is the exact day of EVO again?
August 4th
of April, I believe, the weekend of the 4th.
Okay, never mind. Because people were bringing up to me that One Piece Day is happening really soon on the 21st and 22nd. And there's a lot of big announcements that are being teased for it. And obviously, a pretty major thing is happening in the anime sometime soon. And some other stuff. And I was thinking back to what you guys were talking about with maybe another anime fighting game. And I was like, maybe One Piece wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. And they could.
Dude, One Piece Fighters would be so clean.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love it. Yeah. And now's the best time to do it with the new, the thing that just got added to it. So yeah, I would absolutely love that. But I just wanted to bring it up because I didn't know if it was like the same weekend or not. It's not.
Before we move on, War Champ.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's things that I think are gonna happen. Like we're definitely getting Strive shit. We're gonna get like a new Strive character. I think honestly, I think Arxis is gonna pop off this EVO. I think we're gonna get like they're gonna either like fucking shadow drop Dragon Ball Fighters rollback, or they're gonna finally give like a release date for it. I think we're gonna get a bunch of like Strive information. I think they're gonna blow people's minds and announce like some Blaze Blue shit. Finally, like a new one or something. We'll probably get Grand Blue versus Rising shit. Like I think Arxis is just gonna go crazy, and I think it is insane for Marvel to be at EVO this year and for us not to get Marvel.
Yeah.
Like there's no fucking way that like EVO knows its position as like people said like the E3 of fighting games, and they bring back like a fucking crowd favorite, fan favorite game for like the first time in who knows how fucking long. It breaks entrant counts, and fucking on the Marvel website they've talked about EVO, like they've posted about it, and they're just going to be like, "Yep, thanks for coming."
Would you accept like a HD? I know we have versions of Marvel 2 that aren't just vanilla Marvel 2, but like I don't think that's enough. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think just like re-releasing Marvel 2 and it'd be like high res HD or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
like,
it's a solved game. It'd be much better to do something new than just bring back something like that.
I don't think that's enough.
I think it'd be sick for them to do like a remake or something, or like a re-release, but I think it's a missed opportunity for them to not be doing like a new game and announcing it at this EVO. It doesn't make sense to me that EVO would just be like, yeah, we felt like doing Marvel 3 this year. We just thought it'd be cool, you know.
It would not surprise me, honestly, if because we all know EVO's like, you know what I'm saying, like really close with Sony. Like, it would not surprise me if they show a gameplay trailer, which would tell me that they knew they were going to do it before they announced EVO.
Yes.
It was going to have Marvel 3. Like, that would not shock me.
I'm like, yeah, like 100%. Like, this game has been in development for a while. They've kept it under wraps, and they approached EVO. They're just like, hey, what do you guys think of running Marvel 3 this year at EVO? And EVO is just like, yeah, cool. That sounds like a cool idea. And they're just like, great, thanks, smiley face.
Not smiley face. Well,
I think it's batshit insane if there's no Marvel information after this.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, speaking of crazy, let's go ahead and take a couple of these viewer questions, and then we'll get the fuck up out of here.
I didn't say what crazy thing I want to see at EVO.
Oh yeah. So sorry. Go ahead.
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate 2.
Hey,
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
Featuring the X-Men.
Featuring the X-Men. Actually, can I take back? I'm gonna take back what I said earlier. I forgot what I said earlier about the crazy bullshit I wanted.
I'm taking mine back too because Roger stole my answer. I'm gonna say a different one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a different one because I don't like mine anymore. Go ahead and give me the Bloody Roar remake, bro. Go ahead and reboot the franchise. Go ahead and bring that shit back. Go ahead and bring that shit back, bro. It's really time, bro. It's really upstairs with it, bro. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to put people down. Like,
all right, I got the real answer here. Ready?
Rumble
Roses 2.
What? What is this dude talking about? You just made those words up.
Rumble Roses, yeah.
You know what I want?
That's another
Here's
thing
what I
people
want.
talk about. Go ahead,
I want a fighting game that takes place in the world of Shadow of the Colossus, and all of the arenas are on the back of Colossi. That's what I want.
I want you to shut up.
I want a Pikmin fighting game.
I want
a Pikmin fighting game where you're 1v1 and you have to go 100 Pikmin and you're throwing them at each other, and it's really tactical and really strategic, and it is the headliner for EVO next year. That's what I want.
I want them to re-release Teen Titan Battle Blitz on PC.
Yo,
you know what? You bring up one more thing. You say that
I need Marvel Rise of the Nemesis.
The Inuyasha fighting game that was on the Adult Swim website when I was growing up. That's what I want.
Fight.
You know what?
If we're going that way, Sonic Battle 2.
Go ahead. Sonic Battle 2?
Yes.
For what?
That'd be clean, actually.
I don't. Doesn't matter, but
Sonic Battle 2 would be fire.
Go ahead and give me Jump Force 2, bro.
Get what?
No, no. You misunderstand me. I'm not gonna play it. I just want to see these animations. Like, I just want the YouTube video, really. Like, I just want to see Kaiba blow away fucking Dio with a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Okay, let's get on with these. I'm gonna look at your questions in chat, in the Discord server. If your question is trash, I'm gonna skip it. So if I didn't read yours, it was trash, and I'm not reading it.
Perfect.
Let's see here.
Thank you again for doing this, because I literally cannot pull them up on my phone at all.
I got you, bro.
Thank you.
Okay. This might be a yes or no question. I'm gonna direct this one at Roger because I guess he would know. Maybe other
Let's
people
hear
would know. Do you think the next Nintendo console will have 4K?
Yes.
Can they do 1080 first?
Stop laughing like that, Joe.
It'll have 4K. Yep.
I don't think it will. I don't think it's going to be smooth,
but itself will. But I think it'll have 4K on the dock for sure.
Does the Steam Deck have 4K?
No. It's
is the technology even possible?
No, again. I don't think the console itself will have 4K. I think it'll be the dock. In handheld mode, it will not be in 4K.
The dock doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
The dock does nothing for performance. Do we have to have this conversation again?
No, I know, but it'll be possible to output in 4K via the dock, but the actual screen will not be 4K. That's what I'm saying.
But the console doesn't have the power to output 4K. It doesn't matter.
It will be able to output the next console. Will be able to output 4K, but the screen of the console will not be 4K. Does that make sense? That's my answer.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay.
I just disagree.
Okay.
I'll just say, like, you
Fair.
technically can do that right now if you want to spend some extra money. You can buy an M Classic, put your Switch in 720p, it'll output the 4K. That's what I do.
That's just upscaling, though. That's not like actually. It's okay.
Like,
you guys are gonna get me going. You guys are gonna get me going. Let's not do this.
Okay,
I know, but like,
I'm moving. I gotta move on. Okay. Here's a
The
good
Switch
one.
can't run games at fucking 720 60
Jesus,
steady.
War Chant. Zom20 says most memorable. Okay, so what is the most memorable gaming trailer / promotional material for you guys? I'm gonna go ahead and start because I know mine immediately. It has to be Marvel 3's launch trailer. Marvel 3's launch trailer is fucking. It says excluding Smash Bros. By the way, so
Excluding Smash.
Oh no, Smash?
no, it's because that's easy. Because it's like that's fair.
It is easy.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I think
all right.
for me, the Marvel 3 launch trailer. I don't know how many people are not in here, but in chat
That joint went
are
crazy.
old enough to remember the launch trailer for Marvel 3. Holy shit. That trailer was fucking gas. So
We're both thinking about Deadpool versus Dante right now, right?
Yes.
That part's amazing.
All right.
That part's incredible. So it's either that for me or a close second. It's actually not that close. A solid second would be and it's of course it is God of War PS4's launch trailer. Where it's literally a black screen. You don't know what's happening.
He walks through the cabin and you see Kratos?
And you literally see Kratos. You see Atreus before you see Kratos, and Kratos walks up. Like, that's crazy. So that's mine.
What was the question? Favorite launch trailer?
What is your most memorable gaming trailer or promotional material?
Announced, yeah. Oh, man, dude.
For me, it's PSO coming to the West. Like, I don't know. I'm not the most reactive person, but I was playing PSO through like proxies in Japan servers for ages. So actually seeing it coming, PSO 2 by the way, actually seeing it coming to the West, that was like the largest pop off I've ever given over anything. Oh, and Pokken 2. Sorry. Poken's
what?
No, Pokken DX. I'm sorry, Pokken DX. Because I remember I couldn't stream it myself. I was watching on Shofu stream. I actually screamed so loud, my stepdad came down because he thought something was wrong. So
I believe that.
Pokken DX and PSO2.
Goes?
I'll give you two because the question said trailer or promotional.
Literally anything.
So the trailer is by far, hands down, no exceptions, Halo 2 launch trailer. That shit
fire
hit different. Fire. You guys don't understand the sheer impact of Halo 2's launch trailer. That shit defined a generation of gaming. You just don't understand. You had to be there, bro. You just had to be there. Promotional material. I wish they brought back the old Club Nintendo rewards that you can get, like the posters, the pin sets, all of that stuff.
Yes, please.
I need those back because that stuff was so good.
It's so messed up that Japan still gets those awesome bonus rewards and we don't get anything. We get stickers and wallpapers instead. Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, that's it.
For trailer,
it could be literally. If this is just gaming trailer / material.
So for trailer, I think it would be the reveal of Kingdom Hearts 3.
That's good.
I've never gotten like emotional over like a game trailer like that before or after that. Like when the logo was spinning and then the 3 drops in, and the sound effect. I got a little misty eyed.
The Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer or launch trailer is crazy. Is crazy. Nah, bro, you're right. He's right.
And promotional material, Super Nintendo World.
Oh, interesting. Good choice. Ricky, right?
Ricky.
Oh. I really don't know. If it ain't Smash, let's go with Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I thought that one was pretty hype.
That's a good trailer.
Yeah,
not good game though.
Had good music.
Yeah, honestly,
we don't talk about the game actually. Oh, you know what? That one and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2. When I was a kid, that made me go crazy.
Roger.
I got a bunch of these. I'll try to narrow them down. One is the original teaser for the Wii at the Nintendo like Space World / Tokyo Game Show thing in 2005.
Like Mario Galaxy?
That's a good one.
No, even before that. This was the
Oh.
first reveal of the Wii remote, and that the system was going to be a one-handed controller with a nunchuck. And the trailer was a bunch of people you see from the perspective basically of the controller, of the TV, of like people using the controller. And there's like a guy chopping up onions and someone like jumping behind their couch playing Metroid. There's someone like jumping by flicking the Wiimote up. And I will tell you, the complete meltdown that I had and that I watched the internet have after all of the talk about the Nintendo Revolution from the GameCube era, and that this system would have virtual console, and that it was all being hyped up, that we knew that Metroid was coming to the system, and that the controller for this thing was the Wii remote, was wild. We're talking memorable. That was hands down one of the best. And just reading reactions and seeing people talking about it over the course of like months before we actually found the full reveal at the next E3, I think was completely wild. I think that's one of them. Two would be being in the audience live at E3, where they announce 3DS, show that the system works 3D without glasses, and then announce that Kid Icarus being revived and that Kid Icarus Uprising is going to be the game, and you have that Sorry to Keep You Waiting with
the pit voice that didn't make it
voice.
into the game.
There were people literally in the audience next to me sobbing, not just screaming and laughing, but literally sobbing that Kid Icarus was coming back. And so that's got to be one for me for sure.
Did you see the Sakurai Presents thing or whatever? I don't know what it's called.
So what happened was basically they had 3DSs rise out of the stage after this conference. That was also the year that was a wild E3. That was like Skyward Sword demo. That was GoldenEye 007 coming back as a remake. Donkey Kong Country Returns coming back. Kirby's Epic Yarn. That was like literally one of the craziest E3s of all time.
Was that the E3 that has that like iconic art?
Yes, Golden Sun, Dark Dawn was that E3 too.
We don't talk about that game.
Crazy stuff. There was a lot of crazy stuff that happened that E3, and so that's gonna go down as like one of the most memorable. But the single announcement of that definitely is the most memorable, is the pairing of 3DS and then Kid Icarus Uprising and the return of Kid Icarus after all these years. And then the last thing I will bring up in terms of a standalone trailer that is not Smash Brothers but is in the era of the Switch. Going back to it and thinking about it now, man, that Breath of the Wild Nintendo Switch presentation trailer that announced that it's launching with the system, paired with that like exclusive music that was put together for that, absolutely incredible. One of the best Nintendo trailers of all time. Yeah. So those are my answers.
Shofu.
Let's see. I already know what mine is, man. Everyone is here, Wolf, man. Come on now, dog. Come on now.
He said no.
Come
Smash.
on,
They said no
man.
Smash. Otherwise, we would have all chose Smash. You know that.
Come on, man. Easy. I don't know. What was the other question?
No,
you said no Smash? You said no Smash?
Yeah.
No Smash.
Oh, man.
Bro.
I didn't even hear that
right.
part. That's the only one I can think of when you asked the question, though.
No More Heroes 3.
This is the only one that matters.
No More Heroes 3
But
was cool.
okay.
Yeah.
Did any of the Pokemon trailers actually like?
I was just going to say, I feel like Sun and Moon era and Black and White era were nuts. In terms of announcements,
Some of the
Yeah,
Pokemon
the
like, I feel like those two were wild going into them.
Yeah. I remember some Pokemon trailers I got hype about.
I remember literally with Black and White, I remember calling you every single time a Koro leaked and being like, Shofu, oh my God, did you see this? Ru pushing. Holy shit. Randarosu, man. That was,
when I see
that era was just
Mewtwo
incredible.
that shit was kind of crazy.
Absolutely, man. That was great.
All right then, Virum.
I'm honestly surprised that this wasn't said yet. Similar to Mike, I would say the first kind of teaser / reveal of FF7 remake, the one that was back in like 20 years.
Okay.
Because that was like
that was the one that just shows the live stream at the beginning.
I'm pretty sure, and it doesn't even like fully show the characters. It just shows them kind of it just shows their backs, and they're just kind of walking forward. That shit was like, oh, so this is actually happening now.
And it just says remake at the end.
Yeah.
after however long it had been. Beyond that, I'm honestly not too sure.
Actually, if I can add to something you just mentioned too with the remake thing, to put in perspective how wild that announcement was. A lot of people might not remember this, but the whole reason the whole talk of an FF7 remake even started was because of the PS3 tech demo at the launch of the PS3 with Cloud in Midgar. And that initial trailer got people talking, thinking that, oh, maybe one day they would, remake Final Fantasy VII. That was not a game that was ever announced. That was something that people started, rumoring about after that first tech demo. People thought maybe Square would do it. That was also in the era of Final Fantasy 13, where it was like the 13 compendium with all the games that were coming out with 13. And they thought that Square was going to make a remake and then pair it with 13. Obviously, that didn't end up happening for a whole other generation. But that announcement being actually a real thing, and they are actually remaking Final Fantasy VII, being paired during the same E3 in which Sony did The Last Guardian, which was the new Team Eco game that was rumored for like 10 years, and the announcement of the return of Shenmue 3 had to have been one of the craziest Sony press conferences ever. Like that triple thread of Last Guardian, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Shenmue 3, regardless of how Last Guardian and Shenmue 3 turned out, was so unbelievably wild at the time.
And Warchamp.
I mean, you guys said I can't do Smash, so I was going to say Brawl, because that shit went so hard.
Oh, yeah.
Of just like the melee characters, like, and then the like fucking upgrade to HD or whatever.
I think Kirby looks the same.
Yeah, Kirby looks the same. Like they kept the charm and everything. Like it was so good. But aside from Brawl, the ones that stand out for me are the ones that I've been able to see like in person at event. Like I remember seeing the Banjo DLC trailer on like the E3 show floor, and it was before like before doors had opened for the event, because I was working that one. And so it was like playing in Nintendo's booth, even though like the show floor wasn't open yet. So I got to watch that while like a bunch of industry people got to like, pop off and see it for the first time. So that one was cool. But I think most memorable is either watching the reveal for BlazBlue Cross Tag in the EVO Arena.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I got to be there like in the arena when that got revealed, and the fucking atmosphere of that crossover game happening. Like the amount of times just everyone in that fucking building just went, "Oh my god." Like it happens like 3 times in that trailer, of like the first time of 1 seeing like BlazBlue characters, and then 2 seeing it's a crossover game, and then 3 when fucking Ruby of all things shows up in that joint. Like the way people reacted to that, like feeling that atmosphere in person, is like going to be stuck with me forever. Just the way that people reacted to that. And then on a personal level, kind of a mid expansion, but the World of Warcraft Shadowlands trailer, that shit fucked me up. Like, as someone who grew up with the Warcraft series and who spent like probably literally a decade playing Warcraft 3, like one of the laws of the universe, quote unquote, was that like, there must always be a Lich King. Like Lich King was like the bridge to the like to hell, to the underworld, to like the realm of undeath. It was like it always had to be existed. He was kind of like the ferryman for the universe. And in the Shadowlands trailer, this like prolific character just like goes to the Lich King, beats the shit out of him in a fight, takes his crown, which is like the thing that controls the undead and is like acts as like kind of the mediator for that. And she takes that fucking helmet and sets herself up to put it on and become the new Lich King. And then instead, she just fucking rips it in half, and the sky literally cracks open because she just like destroyed like one of the laws of the universe. It is one of the most mind-blowingly cool things as someone who grew up with Warcraft 3. It was kind of a goofy story, and the expansion wasn't that great. Unfortunately. But like to take something that was like a well-established, like for over 10 years, this is a law of this game's universe, and then to just crack it in half and then the fucking sky shatters was like one of the coolest fucking things I've ever watched in a video game.
Fire.
I remember that because like I like stopped playing WoW slightly before that. I saw that trailer and I started playing again.
It got me too.
I will say that, and we'll do one more and then we'll finish up. But as well, I have to remove myself because I know the future. Like I know what happened after. But do you guys remember the teaser trailer for Marvel Infinite? Like, like that was crazy. When it's I think it's when it's X and Ryu and I think it's Iron Man and Captain Marvel and everyone's like popping off. Like that was crazy. That was nuts.
Speaking of removing yourself from the future and trying to think of an announcement and how hype you were in the moment and then what ended up coming of it, I know Mike remembers this. The original trailer for Banjo 3E at the Xbox conference, like I guess it would have been, 2006, 2007? But Xbox finally bringing back the Banjo brand. You get this trailer of this newly redesigned Banjo and Kazooie. Kazooie's utilizing a new ability where she's like using a chainsaw beak. Banjo cuts a hole in this like wall.
The white room.
Inside this white room. The thing falls down. You get a mural. It's HD, Spiral Mountain. Everything looks incredible. You got the music notes there and everything. And he jumps into it. It's just a regular wall. It falls over. It says Banjo is back. And everybody is convinced we are getting a new platformer. We are getting this amazing new Banjo game. It's got the orchestrated remix of the old theme, everything. And then we get Banjo Nuts and Bolts.
Tough. Last question, and I think this is actually a really fun question. We'll make this because Griffnell, sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, asked, what's the worst game that you will still defend?
Oh, that's a fucking amazing question.
That's a very good question.
That's really good.
We will start from the bottom this time.
That's an incredible question.
That's an incredible question.
Half the people in this call half the people in this call don't even have to talk, man. Can we skip me? I don't know. Come back to me.
No, no one skipped. Nope.
No, all right, Kosa.
I don't have an answer.
Put down. No one skipped.
He doesn't have
all right,
an
I got no
answer
answer then.
Nah, think about it. We'll come back.
All right, Vero.
What you got, bro?
What's the worst game that you will still defend?
Probably Sonic and the Black Knight, because that game is not good. That game is not good. The reason why I'll defend it is because I think that game does a lot of things well. It just doesn't do its gameplay well. Like in terms of how the game is like presented as a product, how the visuals are, how the soundtrack is, how the game is overall paced, how a lot of the story themes are. A lot of it is very, very solid. But then the game plays like garbage. So, yeah. Honestly, like, I find that I generally just try to avoid, like, bad games. And if a game is seen as bad, usually I'll just avoid it. And if a game disappoints me, then it disappoints me. So that's probably the closest answer I have.
That's a fair answer. Shovu, you play nothing but bad. You play a lot of bad games.
I don't like how you said that.
What you mean? But you do. You play a lot of shitty.
Street Fighter 6.
You play a lot of shitty ass games though. Is all I know.
I'll be playing
and I would know. I'm right there with you.
The obvious answer is Pokemon, but nobody really I feel like anybody that is not fucking brainwashed is not defending Pokemon to the death because they know what the deal is. But Pokemon, no matter how bad they get, they did the Pokemon part right. Like they get the actual Pokemon, the thing we're there for. They get that part right every time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why it's still hard to ignore it and not buy it and shit. Like no matter how bad it is, I'm playing that shit straight up.
Right. All right. So what's the worst game that you will defend?
I mean, it just depends on the context of the conversation. I might have to throw some defense in Pokemon's direction depending on what's being said. But I don't know. I honestly don't really.
Gotta be Smite. It's gotta be Smite. Gotta be Smite.
But that's why I'm there for Smite too, because they got fucking gods and it's all mythology. Like that shit's cool. I don't care what the fuck they got going on. I'm gonna be in that bitch. I can be Thor, nigga. That shit is fire.
Fuck Thor. I can be Aang.
Oh shit.
I could be Donatello in that bitch. Rogers Base. You play a shit ton of games. I'm sure a lot of them are bad.
Yeah, I have two. I got two. I got two big ones. All right. One, I was thinking about recently because of Final Fantasy 16, and that is Final Fantasy 13. I will defend Final Fantasy 13.
I gotta hear this.
Yes, that soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks in the history of the franchise. The characters are actually good, and anyone complaining about the hallway segments in Final Fantasy,
really like the one of the worst games you can think of, though.
Yeah, in terms of something I'll defend, absolutely. Yeah, in terms of a bad thing that I would defend constantly. What? Because Shofu already said Pokemon. Otherwise, I'd sit over here and talk about Scarlet and Violet, but that's not the case. But I feel like Final Fantasy 13 definitely is one. And the other one, which I hear people say this is one of the worst Fire Emblems of all time, it's trash. No, they're trash. If you don't like this game, I have no respect for you. This is Fire Emblem Fates, bro. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Fire Emblem Fates is one of my absolute favorite Fire Emblem games. Fantastic characters, really amazing soundtrack. I know it's broken up into 2 bits. Hoshido's too easy. Nora's filled with like the stupid poison things that people hate. I don't care, man. I think Fates, honestly, it's a better and more fun game than Fire Emblem Awakening. For me personally, I would go back.
With you in the first. Yeah, I'm with you until that.
I know. That's why I'm saying this is the one that I'll defend that people say is bad. Fire Emblem Fates. I absolutely love it. I always will. Fates and Final Fantasy 13. Final answers.
Ricky, you don't play any games, so I'm not sure which ones you're going to defend.
I don't play
games in his lifetime.
I've played games before. I just don't play mid. The worst game I've ever played is Ricky Cocaine's Crack Bust. Ricky Cocaine's.
You fumbled.
It's Ricky Cocaine's Crack Bust. Tijuana. Hold on, it's right here. Hold on.
You have it.
It's Ricky Cocaine's Escape from Tijuana, a crack bust deal gone wrong, gone sexual, 14.
This is a long-ass title. Is that on the snap?
That was...
What year did that?
Well, it was.
What year?
It was a good game made by a good developer, and it had the collaboration of Square Enix and Bethesda.
Wait, is it an RPG?
It's fighting. It's action. It's everything you would want in a video game. But people, it just did poorly in the sales. People didn't know it existed or something like that. But it won Game of the Year. If you go on hold on, I have a link from the deep web. Hold on.
Don't click that. Don't click that.
Hold on. I'm putting it in the chat right now.
Anyway,
this game must have been in development from 2018 to 2022.
Okay, I'm expecting Mike to say one thing.
Okay. Coast. Go ahead and DM me what you think he's gonna say.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, real quick.
No, let him lock in his answer.
So it has to be a game that we like can accept that it's not good, but we will still defend.
Wait. Let him lock in his answer.
I got you.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So it has to be a game we can accept that's not good, but we will still defend.
What is the worst game that you will still defend?
He's about to say ARMS.
No.
I hope he does. Mike, I'm right there with you. I hope you
that's
do.
That's the issue, though. Is like I think ARMS is good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I think ARMS is good too.
So it can be a game that I think is good, but other people don't.
No.
That's what defending is.
Yeah.
What is the worst game that you will still defend? That is
yes, Mike. That interpretation of the question is basically what it is.
Yes.
Okay. Because I was gonna say there's not many games that I think are bad that I'll still defend.
Right.
I don't know. But the game that I love that I have not interacted with a single person that also loves is Balan Wonderworld.
Let's go!
Oh my god!
Let's go!
Is that what you say?
Let's go!
That is one of my favorite games of all time, and I think a lot of people gave it a bad rap because they saw yeah, it's in my top 10.
Wow!
I remember we talked about this. I did not know it was of all time though.
Yeah.
I knew you liked it, but I had no idea it was top 10 for you.
What the fuck was that?
No, yeah, I think a lot of people saw that the one button jump thing and wrote it off without even really trying it.
Code.
Wow.
All right. I've said this before. I've defended it multiple times on this podcast. The worst game that I will defend till the day I die.
Oh, shit.
I technically got two. I got two technically. I got two. The first one I'll mention, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. That game.
Also fair. That's a good choice.
It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. I think the outrage just came from people expecting it to be a legitimate sequel to, you know, the stereotypical Banjo type gameplay, but it's not that bad of a game, man.
Music is great in it.
It's literally Tears of the Kingdom, and y'all like that. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, that might be too far, but okay.
The second game, Sonic the Hedgehog 2006.
Oh, no, okay, nope. I need to hear
Sonic
this. Okay.
Sonic 06.
What about 06?
I have played Sonic 06 multiple times, and I've enjoyed it.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I am a Sonic super fan. I have never finished one campaign in 06 because I got to the end of Sonic's, couldn't tell what the hell I was running, turned the game off, and never touched it again. And I love that character.
Silver was kind of hype, honestly. Dreams of Absolution slaps. That song is really good.
It does.
McDareth.
I don't feel a thing I'm gonna say, but it's not that.
It's
It's Sonic Chronicles and the Dark Brotherhood.
Yes,
I love that fucking game so much.
I plus one that one as well. The BioWare RPG that was on DS for Sonic. Yes. I am right there with you. I brought this up earlier on. I did a stream with Fidel, who's not here because it's his birthday. But I did a stream with Fidel where we ranked all the Sonic games. Like, in my personal opinion, Sonic Chronicles was in, I think, my top 10 of all the Sonic games. And his chat roasted me. And they were like, how could you say that? I think it's because they just have no taste, because they're normally Sonic fans. But I feel like Sonic Chronicles is actually genuinely a lot of fun. And it's kind of a Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts situation where you got to go into it and don't think of it as like, oh, it's trying to be this genre-defining RPG. Think of it at what it is, which is Sonic characters in an RPG. It's actually
made by BioWare, and it's like BioWare when they were on fire. Like,
I'm right there with you. Yes,
I love that game. I'm still subscribed to this damn YouTube made YouTube channel because I loved it. Like, I love that game so much. Like, I recorded footage of it for a video because I want Shade to return, but that's never gonna happen. But I recorded footage of the video, and I was supposed to record like 5 minutes. I played the game for like 30 minutes, sitting there playing my file again on a New Game Plus, still just enjoying it because, like, oh my god, I love that game. And I'm so, like, Zeph recently, he linked me, there's a Do You Know Gaming video where they actually talk to the lead developer of that game, and he actually goes over the plot that would have been in the sequel. And he spills it all out. They even confirmed that Sega went to them and asked for Shade and the big bad of the sequel to use in future games, and then the Ken Penders thing happened, so that never happened. So that pissed me off. But, like, no, I love that game.
Shout out, by the way, to Did You Know Gaming, Star Fox Grand Prix. Check out their new video. Interesting story.
That was so funny, dude.
Yeah, that was very funny. Very funny, Robert. I have two answers to this. One of them is I think it's a good game. The other one, I know it's a bad game. So the one I think is a good game, and I will still defend to this day. People are gonna expect me to say Rumbleverse here. It's not, because I think most people who play Rumbleverse know it's a good game. I will defend Knockout City to the day I die.
Yes.
I think Knockout City is
that game
a phenomenal game.
I like that game. Really? Did people really think that was bad?
A lot.
Ricky, bro!
What?
I know it didn't live very long.
Ricky.
Don't click that.
Yeah, do not click that video.
Ricky, are you fucking serious, bro? While I'm talking?
As if I was going to click that.
Yo!
I'm not saying don't even put it up. I'm saying don't even.
I wasn't going to click it at all.
I had to get him out of here.
I'm taking away his ability to embed images.
But let's go ahead and talk about that. So I was thinking about saying multiverses, but I don't think the game we're gonna get when that game comes out is gonna be the game we all played. So I'm just gonna ignore it. I think Knockout City is the game that I will defend, that I think is very, very good. The game that I know is bad and is unironically probably in my top 10, and it's not 10 games of all time, is a game probably no one will know except maybe Roger.
Okay, let's hear it.
It is a old game that I've played several times on my stream that I think is unironically incredible.
Okay.
I think Brutal Legend is incredible.
Oh, Brutal Legend.
Oh, I actually really like Brutal Legend. Yeah.
That's not really. I don't think that's a good choice for this though, because Brutal Legend is people love that game.
Yeah, but that's not a good Roger. That's not a good. That's not a.
Yes, it is. It even reviewed well. Brutal Legend is definitely a good game.
It reviewed well.
No, I think Brutal Legend is definitely a niche game.
It's definitely
I like
niche,
that
but
game.
I
Whatever.
like
It's a
Brutal
niche
Legend.
game?
Brutal Legend is cool.
Just for the way it plays, yeah, I think it's pretty niche.
Also, how the hell did you stream it without getting blown up on Twitch, bro?
What you mean?
Turn off the music.
Yeah. Or don't give a fuck.
Damn, that's taking away a whole aspect
Look, bro,
of the game.
bro, this site sucks, and they're not giving me my sub button. So why the fuck do I? You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. Like, go crazy.
Yeah, actually, Brutal Legend got a 9 from
really
a 9.3
I
from
told you.
IGN.
Okay, well then.
I know it was
then,
good.
okay,
That game reviewed well, man.
Okay, well then I'll take it back and I'll just say, what's a really bad game that I like that's not Smite?
It's not that bad, man.
League of Legends.
No, because I think most people like League of Legends, even though they don't like say that they do. Honestly, I think for me, one game I will defend. I will actually unironically defend DC Universe Online. Actually, I will actually unironically defend DC Universe Online because
why
I
are
think
you linking pictures of yourself, Roger?
because Roger.
Roger's just casually posting selfies in the Discord chat.
Yeah. But yeah, I will unironically defend DC Universe Online because I think for me, it was like my gateway into MMOs. And I think Roger, what the fuck?
Bro, there's a story that goes along with this, bro.
Roger, you have to. Why are you flexing on us?
Roger, hit the next subject, bro. Don't trip, bro. Let my man cook.
You know what? Speaking of cook, Roger, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing you post a delicious meal here in our chat here. You're also saying...
Did Warchamp, did you come up with something, Warchamp?
Oh, Warchamp, spin the block. Go ahead.
I'm trying. I've been literally looking up a bunch of games that, like, I love, and most of them, like, actually reviewed pretty well, so, like, I don't even fucking know.
Didn't Final Fantasy XIV have, like, a bad era or some shit?
Yeah, but I didn't
vanilla.
play it during that. Yeah, no one... Everyone, including the devs, said the game sucks back then. That's why they remade it. Like, Sonic and the Black Knight got mentioned. Like, I enjoyed Sonic and the Secret Rings, but I'm not going to defend that shit or anything. I think like I said, I kind of went through a bunch of games that I think weren't great, and like they reviewed okay, but there was one, Dungeons and Dragons Heroes for the original Xbox.
Wow,
was a very okay game. That
I didn't even hear about that game before.
I loved the shit out of that.
Holy shit!
That game was mid and unbelievably fun.
Was that the side scroller?
No, it was like a top-down, like Gauntlet style game.
Oh, I thought it was like there's like a Dungeon and Dragon one where it's like it's like Turtles 4 almost in gameplay terms.
I didn't even have an Xbox. Like I had a friend who had an Xbox, and like that game was stupid fun. That was like modern co-op Diablo 3, but fucking like 15 years ago, right? Or 20 years ago. This shit came out September 17th, 2003. That game was great.
Right.
I love that game.
I actually have my answer.
Roger, you need to chill, man.
I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting here.
What are we supposed to do with this information, man?
I actually will do.
What? That I'm in Vegas and I was here and I talked about it earlier on the show, man.
Come on, man. Man.
Relax.
You just gonna let him flex on us like this? Like, is that what you're gonna do? Like,
it's a flex it's a flex if you're broke.
I'm here for a bachelor party, man.
Broke man, I'm being flexible.
This is.
I'm saying this man living the good life.
Playing Pokemon Sleep.
But but if we didn't get to your question, it's because either I skipped it because it sucked, or we didn't get to it.
Or we took
we got
half
time
an
for
hour answering one question.
We got time for one more. We got time. Okay, you skipped this one, which was a good one.
What'd you say?
Do you want these shown?
No, I was just sending random photos of my vacation, dude.
Oh, okay. So you
and videos.
Okay.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can't.
that's what I'm saying.
You can show them if you want to. I don't care.
Are you gonna talk about them though?
It's okay.
I can. Sure. You want me? I can't see the screen.
Nah, Roger's gonna save him for his solo podcast.
No, I won't. I'll talk about him now. What do you want?
I don't want anything. I didn't. Why would I?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about your
Fire
vacation.
up something we can rapid fire while he does that.
Sure.
Yeah. So okay, this one's for Shofu. Where's slurping on my nuts 3?
Okay, all right.
Okay,
I literally
dude.
skipped that.
All right.
It's in the
I-
pot.
I-
It's in the pot.
I wanted an answer to that one honestly,
It's
but
in the
okay,
pot,
that's
man.
fine.
It's in the pot.
A lot
It's in the pot.
okay.
Just
all right.
slipping in your nuts 3
Some
money.
people just want. I could. You could.
Huh?
Shut
You
up.
want to pick a
man.
sentence? You want to pick a sentence and finish it, buddy?
He ran.
Oh my god.
Zeph chiming in.
Oh my god.
While we're on the topic,
yeah.
while
I
we're on
was
the
gonna say
topic of picking things, can I say something real quick?
no.
Pikmin 1 is an excellent game. Pikmin 2 is even better. I am incredibly excited for Pikmin 4. I've replayed all of 1 and 2 now in the lead up to it. 3 was already great. Pikmin 4 is going to be fire. I love the Pikmin franchise. That is all.
Nice.
All right, now give me some of the
updates.
money they handed over to you right now.
Couple of very. We are going to do a roundtable discussion of spoiler cast on Final Fantasy 16. That will be up on the YouTube. We are also going to do one for Tears of the Kingdom. That will be up on the YouTube. We're kind of late on that, so if these niggas want to do that shit at some point, they can. But yeah.
We answered 2 viewer questions. That's it.
Yeah, we can do another one. I'm down to do one more.
I'm vamping. A lot of these questions are just who would win in a fight, Shofu or Tito? Will Tito and Fidel run the set on stream? How do you I'm not reading these shits, bro. Like, y'all are weird.
Those are real questions I want answers to, though.
Those are kind of valid though. Like I'm
Okay,
kind
what do y'all
of
think?
interested. I'm interested in your delusional take after then we give our own.
Okay,
We
right. Okay,
truthful.
cool. First of all,
Right.
I would never put my hands on my mans like that. That's really my boy for real. So I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
you
win,
putting
though.
that energy.
But would you win though?
But would you win? That's a deflection. Like,
Do I
but would you win?
do I got my piece with me?
What?
No.
No.
This is raw hand-to-hand combat.
Oh, then probably not. But probably not.
Oh.
But it depends if I can get away with not, kick him in the knee and then maybe run. But he'll probably dunk on me. So.
Yeah, you got you in the Coliseum headlining before Musk and Zuckerberg.
Oh, then nah, I'm scooped up. Like, nah, Shofu will grapple in real life. That nigga like Shofu definitely can SPD a nigga in real life. All his shit EX. Oh my gosh. When are Roger and Fidel going to run the Street Fighter 6 set?
When I'm actually home, I'm out doing stuff, and he's sitting in his house like a loser on his birthday. So it's like,
Yo.
I'm home.
That's crazy.
What's wrong with being home for your birthday?
Nothing's wrong with you could be home on your birthday. That's it. But I mean, I know he's got cool stuff going on, and he's choosing to forego those things, and instead is staying at home and not doing anything. And I think you could make better use of his time.
He's streaming.
He's chilling.
He's working, man. He should take the day off. He deserves the break, man. It's all
making his money.
Man. Let's go through this Rogers base folder.
I know Fidel's one of those sorts of people that gets anxious when he's not streaming.
He does. That is also true. That's true. Yeah, but no, the true answer to that is that we're going to do it probably next Sunday.
You know damn well it's never happening.
I mean, I'm down. I mean, once I'm home, I'll totally do it.
While we're finishing up, today's podcast is brought to you by Ricky. Do you have any ad music?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, today's podcast is brought to you by Shut the Fuck Up. Shut the fuck up. Try whenever you want. It's good for you. What was that?
That's the one. You were about to fight the chat. That was the wrong one.
There's Rogers base in a goddamn Snorlax.
Yeah.
Now explain to us what's going on in this picture, Rogers base.
I don't know why that one's in here. That's
Sleep
me.
preview demo, and I got to try the game for the first time. They invited me and Reagan and a couple other Pokemon people to go to a hotel, and they gave us phones, and they said try out Pokemon Sleep, and we Pokemon slept, and we woke up.
No.
They
gave you some phones. They gave you phones. They euthanized you for a bit. You were in a trance.
No, they
some of those fucking pods.
They fed us. There was like a
pods
little.
they got over in Arizona.
There was like a little night market right outside the hotel, and we all had like Venezuelan hot dogs and pizza and stuff. It was real good, and then we passed out.
What the fuck?
It was real good, man.
What a random detail.
It was good.
He's really just flexing on us, bro. Like,
no, but you
got some Venezuelan hot dogs. It cost me $2.13.
I'll tell you.
Glizzies, bro.
It has like cabbage on it. It was good, man. It was really
Venezuelan glizzies.
Dude, it was a good glizzy. That's all I'll say, man.
Somebody clip it. We got that. We got him.
Where are these oysters from, man?
Oh, some oysters? Okay, some oyster sauce.
Okay, those are oysters. That was from Lulu. That was from the French restaurant we went to lunch before the Pokemon Sleep event in Santa Monica. Shout out to Lulu in Santa Monica.
Okay.
What I really want to know about these pictures is, are you going to be on a future episode of America's Got Talent?
I cannot confirm or deny.
Not there yet.
Don't worry about it.
What's this? Some pesto?
That's pesto spaghetti. That's pesto spaghetti that I had at the same restaurant. Also very good.
Got some escargot here. What is this?
Yes, sir. Yep. Escargot was the appetizer. Very good. Had some garlic in there.
Pokemon Sleep paid for all of that.
No. Pokemon Sleep didn't pay. This was like a separate thing.
Sleep, Pokemon Go paid for all of that.
I wish, man. That'd be fire.
Did you have to do a rap?
A rap? Oh, this is Pokemon Sleep demo. I see this.
See it right there?
Here we go.
I'm going to put it
I have my
face
Kirby
down.
pajamas on. I was ready to go.
Come on, lick a tongue. We're going to bed. I got my Kirby pajamas on.
Of course,
you
man.
Freaky deaky, bro.
See you in the morning.
He's got a brand.
So how does Pokemon Sleep work, man?
So basically, you put your phone down next to you on the bed, and then it records you as you sleep. And basically what happens is it tells you if you're dozing, which is like the first level of sleep, which means it's like light sleep. If you're snoozing, which is like medium sleep, or if you're slumbering, which is like deep sleep.
You knock the fuck
depending
out.
On how much, and depending on how much sleep you're getting, and it tracks you all throughout the night once you start the timer thing. Depending on how much sleep you get, it then tells you whether or not you were slumbering for most of the time, dozing for most of the time, or snoozing for most of the time. And it gives you different Pokemon based on how deep you were sleeping. And so like the very first area and the first island that we played was, or that we slept in, I guess was basically if you were a dozer, you would get Bulbasaur on your island. If you were a snoozer like me, you would get Charmander. And then if you were a slumberer, then you would get Squirtle. And then in addition to your starter, you also get like, I think it's up to 4 or 5 other Pokemon that show up on your islands. And again, it's all dependent on how deep you sleep. And it could be the same Pokemon, but in like a different stance, like a different sleeping stance, or it could be a totally new one. So like some of the ones that that showed up when we were there was like Swablu, Larvitar, Ghastly, Slowpoke. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. All the main starters: Pikachu, Jigglypuff.
Can you trade?
And then
Pokemon?
like in the and so then what happens is those Pokemon that then you find on your island, you can keep one of them, and that one then gets added to your team of 5. And then throughout the course of the week, during the actual day, like when you're not sleeping, because the majority of the quote unquote gameplay is like literally while you sleep. It's just like tracking you while you sleep. During the day, you have the Pokemon that you captured in your sleep basically feed berries to the Snorlax that's in the middle of the island. And basically every week in the game, there's a new Snorlax that shows up on the island. And the Snorlaxes get powered up with this thing called drowsy power. And the more you sleep, and the deeper your sleep and the more Pokemon you find in your sleep, the more drowsy power you can give to your Snorlax. And then by the end of the week, the Snorlax will give you bonuses or will either potentially transfer to your Pokemon Go to then catch it. And it has like a little nightcap thing on it. And then there's like, apparently there's a whole bunch of other stuff that's in there too that they weren't talking to us about. But it was actually pretty fun. Like it made me want to track my sleep.
That's cool.
How does it collect your data? Like how does it know that you...
So what happens is
you're in?
Yeah. So there's 2 different things. There's one where you can just put your phone basically on the bed next to you. And what it'll do is it audio records you and like can hear your sleep patterns and can also feel like if you're rustling in the bed or whatever. And it works with 2 people because that's the other thing that in the trailer initially you see like one person that's laying there with it, and it's like, oh, this is a game for forever alones. But that's not the case, because Reagan and I were able to test it, 2 phones, and it did pick up different sleep patterns for both of us. The only difference is that I think the audio recording, if there's 2 people in like a bed with 2 different phones, the audio recordings can sometimes, depending on if you're like one person's talking in their sleep or something like that.
Okay, that's interesting.
So, like, what does it do to you like a silent sleeper?
Yeah, and if you're a silent sleeper, it doesn't matter because it'll still sort of like read the vibrations on the bed or like how long you're sleeping or however it does it, and will tell you exactly like how deep your sleep was on this little sleep graph. And then they mentioned during the event, like the director of the game was talking to us via like a Zoom call, and the guy mentioned that the game was made in coordination with like some world-renowned sleep professor at some very famous like Tokyo University. So that was kind of cool. Yeah.
Dope. Now, what are these fruit balls?
The fruit balls are from Las Vegas. That was 2 days ago. That was at the Bellagio Hotel. And there is a chocolate factory in the Bellagio Hotel that has the world's largest chocolate fountain. And it also has a really good bakery. And you can basically get the bakery goods, like the different fruit tarts and stuff, and then dunk it from the chocolate fountain. And that is the raspberry fruit tart that looked a lot like a devil fruit in one piece, which is why I took a photo of it.
It does look like a devil fruit.
Yep.
Okay. Now
Did you see a golden buzzer?
Roger absolutely flexing on this. What you get?
Yeah,
All right, what's the next?
This is
Okay,
crazy.
so that I'll explain that. I'll explain
crazy.
that. So this was Ricky remembers this. When I was in college, I used to work for Armani Exchange. That was my college job. I was a sales at Armani Exchange, and I hated my job so much. And thankfully, I never have to do it ever again for the rest of my life. And I saw the Armani Exchange in Caesar's Palace, and I had a coffee with me, and my old college roommate was with me because it's his bachelor party that we were here in Vegas for. And he was like, "Oh, look, Armani Exchange, you used to work there." And he was like, "Take a photo in front of Armani Exchange." And so that's why we took that photo. Yeah.
Full circle moment. That's all it was.
Right.
It wasn't you
I
flexing.
don't want to ever have to work there ever again for the rest of my life.
What is this?
That's right.
All right.
I cannot see the stream. You're gonna have to tell me what.
It's a bowl.
It's like looks like some ice cream or
sort
some
of
parfait
dairy
of some
product
kind.
and some whipped cream and a cherry on top.
Oh, that is the gelato from Caesar's Palace as well. There's a gelato place in Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. That is the strawberry cheesecake gelato. Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds pretty good.
Nice.
Delicious.
I see a big ass flamingo now.
That is the flamingo statue outside of the Flamingo Hotel. And the reason why I took that photo was because I was crouching down like Doflamingo in one piece. It was like, and I thought it'd make for a funny photo. So that's why I took that one.
Get.
All right, this is the notes from Gordon. Let's see what's inside.
Oh, this is from
The souffle is sunk so badly.
So we
James
went
Cameron
to
wants
Hell's
make a
Kitchen
film
for
about
lunch
it.
yesterday. It was delicious. And that is one of the
This is
drinks
the
called the it's called Notes from Gordon, where Gordon Ramsay has like a little quote written down on it when you get the drink, and it's a quote from one of the episodes of the show. And the drink was very good. Yeah. It was like a lime mint vodka thing. Also, shout out to, hold on, let me get the name real quick. The guy who basically stopped me at Hell's Kitchen as we were walking out and was like, "Oh my God, that's Roger's base." And he took a photo with me. And I appreciate you. That was very cool. Because then everyone in the restaurant was like, "Who is that? Is that a famous person?" And then my buddy who was with me was like, "No, not really."
Okay,
Shout out, man.
What is that? Lobster? Chicken?
Risotto.
It's a risotto.
Lobster risotto. Lobster.
Top, man.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
you can
pretty
never
good, man.
fumble a good risotto.
No,
Oh,
it's
it's
delicious.
I always go for Wellington because I can't get that anywhere else. We get a Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah,
place.
the beef Wellington there is delicious, but I had it last time
Oh
I was
my
at Hell's
gosh.
Kitchen with E, so I didn't get it again. That is the short rib. That is Gordon's signature short rib. It was delicious.
Bro, are you a real person? Sometimes I have to think about this. Like, what's going on?
Am I a real
bro?
person?
Like,
What do you mean?
when was the last time I had beef Wellington and risotto over lobster?
Well, you
That's
broke.
When was the last time? When was the last time
It's
you've been?
not that- well, hold on, you're jumping to
When
conclusions.
is the last time you've been seen anywhere in person? The last time anyone saw you was Viram and I when we were at Combo Breaker last year. So do not pretend like you were out in the open, traveling and doing stuff constantly. You ever want to do a Vegas trip?
Yeah,
you
no,
can
he
come
left,
to
he
Vegas.
left,
I'll
he
take it.
left, he left, he left.
He's fucking gone.
Yeah, he left.
Okay.
Yeah, so of course he
What we
did.
got here? Mad keyboards and shit. Is this a throne?
The Game of Thrones keyboard.
That is the HyperX Arena in Luxor, here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
There was really nothing to do there, but there was that Game of Thrones HyperX chair, so I took a photo of it.
Okay, AGT. Superstars.
That's right. Under NDA, so I can't talk about that, but it was very cool.
Game.
Yeah.
Okay, he's
we're
looking at Simon Cowell.
Game. Yeah.
You about to be on America's Got Talent?
Don't know. Who knows? Don't know.
Shit, bro.
Wait, is the entire audience under NDA?
I don't know, man. Don't worry about it. All right. Let's keep going.
Okay, here's Roger and Reagan taking a little nap outside with their Charmander and Squirtle.
That was Pokemon Sleep. That was the Pokemon Sleep event. That's right. That's right.
So they be strong.
Oh, you got the Pokemon Pumas? Those shits sold out in like 2 seconds.
So good.
Those are actually the Mario Sunshine Puma.
Oh, delicious.
No, you. Oh, okay.
This is the dog that I didn't know Roger had for years.
That's so good.
Obi.
It's really good.
Now,
That's Obi.
Obi has a plush.
So good.
That's right. He does. Yeah. You can get the plush very, very soon on the Japan Time store. Yeah.
Nummy.
That's the last thing. All right.
I think so. I think
That's the last thing, man.
been a busy
I know you
week,
missed
man.
one.
But yeah, we will.
Well, Shofu missed one.
I did? Which one did I miss?
The one, the one Ricky linked.
No, don't.
That's crazy.
Wait, let me see it. Let me see it.
No.
I want to see it. Hold on. What is it?
No.
All right. I will just describe it to you, okay?
No.
I can describe
Listen,
it in a way
that's a post show.
Describe it.
That is a post show.
There's a very easy way to describe this. There's a very easy way to describe this. There's a very easy way to describe this.
No, Ricky, I only got one thing. Ricky, I need you to listen to me, okay? As we wrap up the show, I got one thing to say to you, bro.
Okay.
Oh, microphone sound like you work at a Burger King with your broke ass. Oh, you want a passing grade, but you never went to class with your stupid ass. Oh, that yellow coat make you look at the pissed on Michelin Man with your ugly ass. I ain't gonna jail and come back with no bars with your dumb ass.
All right, everybody, have a great show.
Hit you with your own move.
Night, everybody.
Everybody have a great night. And
you guys have a great show.
Everybody has a great night. We'll see you guys after EVO. Goodbye. Goodbye.
That's not how this fucking works. That's not how this fucking works.